It's only when you step outside your comfort zone that you grow. Being uncomfortable is the path to personal development. It is the opposite of complacency. Nick Land, world champion big wave surfer. Have you ever held back from trying something new because you're afraid of failure? Perhaps you were too afraid to ask someone on a date because you didn't want to be rejected. Or you didn't apply for a job you really wanted because you were worried you weren't qualified enough. Well, it's time to stop holding back and start soaring like an eagle. Stepping outside of your comfort zone can be scary, but it's also incredibly rewarding. It's natural to feel apprehensive about trying new things or taking risks. But remember that it's only when you push yourself beyond what's comfortable that you truly grow. In this video, you'll hear an inspiring story about a king and two eagles that will help you recognize your true potential. This inspiring story will have you realize you are made to fly high like an eagle. You'll learn how important it is to step out of your comfort zone, how to stretch yourself to learn new things, and how to untap your potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. Someone once gave 2 baby eagles to King Edward. The eagle breed was excellent, and the king had never seen such magnificent eaglets. He named one Apollo and the other Geronimo. The king was overjoyed with the gift and decided to hire Jacob, an experienced caretaker, to look after them. After a while, the king noticed that both of the eagles had grown quite large. They now look even better than before. "I want to see them fly," King Edward said to Jacob. The caretaker gave a signal for the eagles to fly, and so they did. And as soon as they saw the signal, both of the eagles began fluttering their wings. The king waited in anticipation. It was quite noticeable when Apollo was touching the sky while the other only, Geronimo, flew for a few seconds before returning to the branch that they were originally sitting on. The king had an odd feeling after seeing this. He was intrigued and was curious about the eagles' contrast in behavior. However, he didn't say anything to Jacob and thanked him for his time. On the next day, King Edward wanted to know if it would be the same result again. He went to Jacob, and so it was, the same exact result. Now the king, he really loved these birds. He thinks they're adorable and has grown attached to them. And because of this attachment, he wanted to see Geronimo fly like Apollo, to touch the sky and feel the breeze under his wings. The moment he got out of his bed, he immediately wanted to gather a crowd and make an announcement. From one of the castle's balconies, King Edward could already see a crowd forming. He announced to the entire state, "As you may all know, I have 2 beautiful eagles in my castle, Apollo and Geronimo. I want someone to train Geronimo, my dear eagle, and whoever manages to make Geronimo fly higher will be rewarded handsomely." Following the announcement, a large number of intellectual and knowledgeable individuals arrived and attempted to use their knowledge to help Geronimo fly high. However, no one was quite successful. There would be different people handling Geronimo. Days would stretch into weeks, weeks stretched to months. But Geronimo showed no signs of improvement. It was the same cycle with him. He would fly for a few seconds, but then return to his branch and continue sitting. Few individuals dealing with Geronimo have informed the king, "I think this is a hopeless case, Your Highness." And King Edward, he would find himself agreeing. He was slowly losing hope with Geronimo and was on the verge of giving up. Then on one odd day, while the king was doing his royal duties inside the castle, he happened to just stare at one of the open windows of the castle. He wasn't looking at anything in particular until he saw an eagle fly by. And what was more surprising was that another eagle was following suit. King Edward dropped whatever he was doing and immediately looked out the window. He couldn't believe it. He was positive that Apollo was flying high into the sky, and his brother Geronimo was playing with him, even competing with his brother on who could fly higher. King Edward immediately rushed to the caretaker Jacob. "There's no mistake, Your Highness," Jacob gladly replied. "You saw your 2 eagles flying up high together." But how?" the king asked. "Did you have anything to do with it?" No, Your Highness. One man has succeeded in making Geronimo fly high. King Edward directed Jacob to bring that person who had accomplished this feat, and on the next day this individual was brought before the king. Pleasure to meet you, Your Highness. You can call me John, the farmer said to the king. King Edward was eagerly waiting for the opportunity to give the farmer his promised prize, but he just had to ask, John, how did you do it? How were you able to help my dear Geronimo? I simply cut the branch, John replied. It was a branch where he was accustomed to sitting. The king was dumbfounded. He couldn't believe it. Thank you, John, the king said with a warm smile. You have done what no scholar or expert could do. John said, well, Your Highness, look, I'm a simple farmer. I don't have the knowledge of your scholars or highly qualified people. All I really did was just observe the habit of the eagle. And it looked like he was used to sitting on that branch all day. He made it a habit. So I cut off the branch. And I left him with no other choice but to fly. And he flew quite well. King Edward was in awe of John's simple yet effective solution. He couldn't thank the farmer enough and gave him his prize. Geronimo was not meant to sit on a branch and live a mediocre life. He was born to soar in life. Your potential is endless. Go do what you were created to do. By stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things, you can unlock your true potential and achieve greatness. Now, it might be scary at first, but the rewards are worth it. There are a few valuable lessons to be learned from this story. By taking these insights to heart, you can truly untap your full potential. One of the key takeaways is to never underestimate your own abilities. Look, it's easy to get caught up in self-doubt or to assume that you're not capable of achieving greatness, but the truth is, you have incredible potential within you. You just need to tap into it. By recognizing your strengths and cultivating a growth mindset, you can unlock a world of opportunities. 2 is the importance of stepping outside of your comfort zone. Look, it's tempting to stick with what's familiar and safe, but that can lead to stagnation and missed opportunities. Instead, challenge yourself to try new things and take risks. This may be scary at first, but it's the only way to truly grow and learn. 3, remember to always stretch yourself and pursue new things in order to grow. Whether it's taking a new class, reading a challenging book, or seeking out a mentor, there are countless ways to expand your horizons and become a better version of yourself. By making a commitment to lifelong learning and personal development, you can achieve amazing things and live a truly fulfilling life. You can unlock the world of opportunities and achieve success beyond your wildest dreams. So go out there and embrace the challenge that comes your way. And remember that with the right attitude and mindset, anything is possible. Believe in your infinite potential. Your only limitations are those you set upon yourself. Roy T. Bennett. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates. Soon, you will be on your way to feeling inspired.